Are we rolling, Joe? I hope we are.
No, we haven't. Why? You want it on?
Of course.
Cameras?
Of course.
What are we? I thought we were just
that's
having
why
a good time.
See, that's how Joe's talking. Joe, we know cameras are off because Joe's talking.
They're on. We're recording good time.
See, he's back. Joe is back, and Uncle Steve is back for the 13th time.
13th? How many? 13. I think is it 13?
I think even from the dad days. It's
Lucky 13.
Lucky 13. I had just the other day, it's been a while since you've been on, random episode, someone said, I need Uncle Steve back. So whoever that was, I got to pull the comment up. This is for you.
Glad to be back.
Yeah.
And this is for you.
We appreciate you guys. And Uncle Steve, thank you for coming back on the show. We were just talking about some crazy ideas. But we're both pretty into the peptide stuff. Yes. I had a peptide expert on the podcast. Very knowledgeable. I will maybe not link that episode, but it's a couple down. Just type in Johnny podcast and peptides. I'm taking a couple, but I know you're on some as of recently. I want to hear about that because if you saw previous pictures of Uncle Steve's, and we will definitely pop that up, from your first episode ever, which is probably about 2 years ago with my dad, you look a different man. Like you're actually aging in reverse. And so if I was 60, I would see you and say, what's this guy doing? So give us your whole stat.
I don't think I'm at that point. But no, like I said, the BPC, and you got to help me out with like a lot of this. The 156 and the
157.
157, is that it? 157.6, whatever it works.
Same shit. And the TB 500.
Yep.
And now is that in a one vial? Like they combine the two?
They combine the two.
Okay.
And it actually, the way I have it is, it's a injectable.
Right.
So it just comes and you get your dose right like that.
Oh, it's like a pen, like a single serving?
It's a pen. Yeah.
And you have all these different pens now, or can you refill the same pen?
No, all different pens.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
How many pens you got?
As many as I need to make my shoulder and my neck stop twitching. So I don't have to twitch while I'm sitting here. People are like, what's wrong with this kid?
We're both like this. I wonder how, the upcharge on that sort of stuff. People pay for white glove service. So
yeah, but it's not that. It's no, it's not that bad.
That's awesome.
It's not that bad, and it's from a pharmacy. It's not from China or India or anything like that. So that's good.
Yeah, I know. There's certain things you can ask. Again, if you're looking to buy peptides, we are not your peptide plugs, but always look for like a COA, certificate of authorization. And they should be able to show you like they test this peptide,
right?
And 99% of what is in that vial is the peptide, and then whatever the other percentage.
Yeah. No, listen. I think. I'm not a big like. I had an AI creation of my hair, brown.
Right.
I sent it to Anita, and I go, "Hey, Lenny just dyed my hair without me knowing." Right. I go, "What do you think?" She goes, "I love it. Why don't you do it?"
No.
And no, never. So I'm not like, the vanity thing has not hit me there. I really could care less about dyeing my hair, my hair that's turning white. I'm going to be like Santa Claus.
But you look great. Again, I think it's the people that embrace their age and their looks. Actually, if you started like trying to look too young,
you look
feel
stupid.
Weird. I'd feel weird being around you.
Yeah, you should feel weird being around me. Like if I ever, like, I don't know. I just like, I see people with jet black hair and wrinkles in their face, and it's like, dude,
what are you doing?
What are you doing? Let that shit go gray.
Right. It looks good.
You know, I love the gray hair. I get a little tan. Oh my God.
Looks great.
Somebody said I could actually take the place of the most interesting man in the world.
You'd have to grow out your beard a little more, but yeah.
I would have to grow it out a little more.
Can you grow a full beard out here though?
I could, but I don't know. I got that, my face is full, fat face. And I don't know. I think the beer would just look too much. So I like people to dial in on this.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, that's a funny thing you said, because I used to always have a beard, and I started taking a couple different peptides, which I'll get into. And this is obviously the one day I didn't shave. I now shave down and have a mustache, and my face looks so much more lean. And not that like I have a fat face, but it looked like I look back at old pictures and I had the beard, and I look like I'm so much more full over here.
I got to tell you, I love that the mustache is coming back.
Me too.
There was actually a picture of you when you were really shaved and you just had your mustache. Mm-hmm. And who saw it? It might have been Michael. Michael saw the picture and he goes, "Holy shit, Johnny looks just like Uncle Jerry did."
Oh, really?
You And I looked at the picture. I'm like, holy shit, he does. You look just like my brother.
How funny is that? I love the
With
look.
the mustache
you gotta
and
embrace
everything.
It, though. Yeah.
Oh, listen, I see all the young cops out there with the big mustaches. I love it.
Bring it back.
I love it.
Yeah.
There was some jacked up fireman running. He had the big Tom Selleck mustache. I'm like, look at that freaking handsome guy with that big mustache.
Trends
I
always
love
come
it.
back around. You know
I
what
love
mean?
it.
Yeah,
I love it. Listen, let's keep the bell bottoms and platform shoes out, but
Okay, well, you know,
Yeah,
for guys like us, that might be,
let's.
that
The
might not be too
platform
bad.
shoe might be good.
Listen,
but
I could use a platform or two.
I'm okay. I embrace it too.
That's one thing you have
I'm
to
wearing
embrace.
flats. I don't care. I don't have anything stuffed in there. Yes, I'm little. What do you want me to tell you?
People are now putting lifts in their shoes.
I know. but-
That's a crazy
Okay, you put a
concept.
lift in your shoe, right? You meet a girl that's a little taller. And then, now you're barefoot. And you're 5 foot tall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
she's
looking
going
up
to be
at her.
like, wait a minute, buyer's remorse.
And listen, buyer's remorse is right. You're not gaining 4 inches, right? Me at 5'8" is not going to be that much different. I am what I am.
You are, we are.
You gotta embrace
And
who
that's
you
it.
are sometimes.
I embrace it.
You ever do anything skin wise, Botox, filler, nothing?
No, but there is a regiment that I do.
Skincare.
Skincare. Oh God, it always goes out of my brain. It's a couple of different like oils.
Oh.
I just throw them on my face. I really can't think of it right now what it is. But yeah, I use like soaps, like TJ Maxx. I'm in TJ Maxx buying all these. Oh wow, magnesium, sure.
Try it out.
Turmeric, okay.
You know what you'd love? Again, I'm taking, it's all about peptides. I take a GHKCU peptides, copper peptide. They've been using it in like Korean skincare for a while, lotion wise, like you put it on your chest and your face, whatever. But I've been injecting it, and it's good for like, I believe, collagen production and I guess rejuvenating old cells.
Get it
stuff like
for
that.
me.
I'll get it for you. My skin, I'll show you pictures before and after. Again, my skin's tighter. It's cleared up.
Oh my God.
It's incredible.
I need that.
I look like a different person. Like I had all like the crazy from training jiu-jitsu, a bunch of breakouts, gone. Scars gone.
Love it.
Yeah, you would look 55.
Let's do it.
Right. And that's an appropriate age gap. We don't want you looking 40. It's not.
No.
We don't need
Listen,
that.
I'll take when people go, oh wow, what are you, 57? I'm like, wow, thanks. I'll take it.
It's
I
funny.
take every year lower.
You look, again, younger each year. I'm surrounded by guys that are your age that look really good. So it's hard for me to, like, you and my dad look like great 60-year-olds, but I don't know what.
Yeah, but you know what the trick is?
It's the booze.
You up it. Well, the booze helps.
You think so?
Booze helps everything.
Right.
But the trick is, people go, hey, wow, how old are you? I'll blow out like a 65 sometimes.
Right.
Wow, you look great for 65. I'm like, yeah,
You look
you know,
60.
I just take care of myself.
Yeah.
You up it.
That's not a bad
I'll start
idea.
telling people I'm 70.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. Wow, you're 70. You look great. Yeah, thanks.
Well, listen, that's a good for 60-year-olds out there to hear that you.
Yeah.
You didn't. What? So what else are you taking? You take the. So did you start the BPC yet?
No.
When you start taking the BPC, you'll come back.
will.
We'll do like month by month reports.
Yeah.
So make sure you're writing stuff down because people sometimes will take this stuff and be like, I don't notice much of a difference. But it's like, does your neck hurt as much?
And that's what I'm really curious about because I heard it's like miracle. Like for
Yeah.
my shoulder and my neck, if it just starts, my lower back just gets jacked up and stuff. But if there's, and it's becoming mainstream now, the peptides.
yeah.
I mean, yes, they've been around for a long time, but it's always been this thing. And, you wonder if is it the pharmaceutical industry? Is it this? Is it that? I don't know. But if there's something, like when I was a young trooper, there was like a list of supplements that were like guys were getting, guys were taking, and
oh, really?
there was a rumor that at Newark Station, up in the ceiling tiles, it was all like there was like stacks of steroids. I don't think troopers ever did steroids back then.
None of them.
No,
Of course not.
they were just naturally angry and
gigantic.
gigantic.
No, that makes a lot of sense. I think peptides are becoming. I mean, you got to think about even the last year how much more normalized it's becoming. Like
Oh, yeah.
If you told me 5 years ago, people are going to start injecting themselves, with supplements or something, I'd be like, you're out of your mind. I would get like afraid of a needle. Now it's like who's really benefiting are the syringe salesmen. Like whoever's producing these syringes, forget it.
No kidding.
And I think they have a pretty good hold on it. I don't think you like go and produce syringes.
Pretty good stock.
Yeah.
That and bombs, apparently. What we're doing in Iraq, but Iran.
Right.
But yeah, look into that, everybody. See what stock that is.
Yeah, Joe, find out who's selling syringes and who can invest, because we're not gonna. Maybe we should start selling our own syringes.
Not a bad idea.
We're gonna create our pouch peptides and start selling syringes.
That's up and coming, everybody.
Stay tuned, everybody.
Stay tuned.
Joe, you were on BPC for a little bit.
Becton Dickinson and Company.
Okay, we'll have to look up that symbol. What's their ticker?
BD.
BD.
Oh, I like it.
Okay.
That's what they're about to be with all these sales.
About to be big dick in here. Joe, what was your experience like with BBC?
It worked until it didn't,
Really?
because I stopped taking it.
All right.
Okay. So when you were on it was working.
Oh, it's great. I don't know about you. I'm like sensitive.
Yeah.
I would take it, my stomach would immediately start.
What does that mean? In a good way?
Yeah. Like I'm like,
Oh, you started working.
Working. I'm getting hungry and I'm like feeling a little like colors are brighter, but that's probably placebo me, you know?
Could be. Well, it is a gut drive peptide. Yeah. So the
I'd
intention
feel it
is
almost
to,
immediately, yeah.
Huh.
Couldn't take it at night because it would activate my stomach.
you'd have to go.
Well,
Yeah. Have to take
also,
it
the
in morning.
other thing that I want to look into is there's this whole like regimen you could do as far as mitochondria, like
Oh, yeah,
cleaning
NAD
your
plus, yeah,
cleaning your mitochondria. But the methylene blue, the one thing that I looked at, the methylene blue was part of the mitochondria cleaner, because what they say is if you clean your mitochondria, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you take the peptides, it
Yes.
it
it's more
absorbs
effective.
better
Yeah, yeah.
into the cell, because now your cell is clean and your
1,000.
receptors are better.
It's exactly what people don't talk about in regards to like taking anything, right? A body that's able to absorb nutrients and vitamins and supplements more properly are going to see a better result. And the people that it's almost like a snowball in the positive way versus like the versus the
100%.
opposite. So some people will see great results from peptides that were already in good shape. And then other people won't see anything because their body wasn't really well equipped enough to absorb properly whatever they were putting in their bodies.
And again, the drinking, the cigars, the whatever else you do, your cells have to deal with that. And if your cells are your receptors are getting, clogged.
Listen, we're no scientists.
I'm not a scientist, but it makes sense to me that if you clean your cell and your cell can absorb better, it's going to work better.
We had the guy on the podcast who was explaining how the best thing you could do for weight loss is improve insulin sensitivity. The best way to improve insulin sensitivity is getting in good shape. So like you want to get in good shape and stay in good shape, get in good shape. It's like this snowball effect of just starting.
Right.
A person that's in good shape is able to handle more calories, more carbs, able to work out better, is able to stay younger, able to absorb more nutrients. So it's harder to get the ball rolling, but once you get that ball rolling, it's easier to stay in shape. You know what I mean?
100%.
And then the same is true. Once you start getting out of shape.
Because it becomes addictive. Anything you do. And listen, if you have a little bit of a addictive personality, well, get addicted to working out. Get addicted to praying.
Right.
Get addicted to saying the rosary. Get addicted to being happy and talking good about yourself.
Yeah.
Instead of beating yourself up.
What has been going on as of late around here? We've had some crazy things going on in Newark, and
yeah, so definitely I want to touch on that because it's hitting home a little because a good friend of our family and a young guy that got into ice, who I happen to love, is there. Like I'm sitting watching.
He's where?
He's stationed in Newark.
For those who don't know, because it's funny, I see little clips on, and now my feed is just flooded with nonsense. Like you see a riot, you're like, all right, so I don't really know much about what's going on in Newark right now.
So there was and I don't know why they did it. I'm sure there was a reason. There was some senators, the governor went down there. They wanted to see what's going on at ICE. And, look, I'm not here to judge what they're doing, how they're doing it. They had heard that they're not being fed right, they're not being housed right, and they're not being, they're on a hunger strike.
Who's this?
The people that are inside being detained.
Oh, the detained. Okay.
That are going to get, I guess, deported or have their trial or whatever.
They're not being handled properly.
They're not being handled properly.
Okay.
So they went down there. Okay, that's fine. But that center it's a federal installation, and they don't have to let them in.
Let who in? The protesters?
They don't have to let anybody from the state government in there because it's a federal building.
Oh, the government's. Okay.
Right. So this was the state government. So the governor went down there with some senators. Also, paid protesters, which the governor addressed. Paid protesters are being paid to go there. So you have people from out of the state that are being paid. Some of them are being paid $25, $30 an hour.
Wow.
To go down there and be agitators.
That is insane. That's like double minimum wage.
Right. But what they're doing is they're going down there, and then people that maybe want to belong to something or that are just totally against what the government's doing and the way of life that we have. And my thing is, if you don't like it, leave. But they go down there and join in.
Yeah.
So there was an ICE agent that was bit. His arm was bit. It was disgusting.
Oh my God.
And I have to tell you that biting, that's the most disgusting thing next to somebody spitting on you that could be done to you. And like we talked about in an earlier podcast, attacks. There's definitely attacks for biting. That tax is usually 1 or 2 teeth. Sometimes 3 teeth.
Now, how gross that is. The germs of saliva.
Germs, and you have to go and get tetanus shots
immediately.
That. Yeah, it's like getting bit by a raccoon. So like you're getting bit by, no offense to anybody, but whatever, if you're offended, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Some blue-haired fucker that just bit you.
Right.
And,
And now what? What are you supposed to do?
Oh, well, I think they should, lose a couple of teeth.
Right, for sure.
But they should be arrested and prosecuted.
Joe, look at some headlines for the Newark riots.
Yeah, you could find the bite on there. And then there's another clip of someone that got up there, got in one of the ICE agents' faces and said, I'm going to fucking kill you and I'm going to kill your whole family.
I saw that, yeah.
Okay, so that happened to me once.
Really?
I had a guy, and it's funny how this story went. I was partnered up with my friend John. I won't mention his last name, but he knows who he is, and if you know, you know. I was with John, and we went to back up this guy that was a single patrol. He made an arrest for DWI. So he said, hey, can you guys take him back to the station for processing? Just drop him off, and, I'll be there in a minute. So we get this guy in the car, and I don't know why he dialed in on me. And he looks at me. Oh, I know why. Because he was standing up, and I go, sir, can you just sit down a second? And he looked at me and said, fuck you. So I said, okay. I go, sir, why don't you just have a seat? He goes, I'm not sitting. Fuck you. I don't have to sit. I said, okay. So I swept his legs, and I sat him down. We got in the car, and I had just had Michael. All right? Michael was a baby. So this guy looks at me, and he goes, when I get out of here, I'm going to fucking kill you, and I'm going to kill your whole fucking family. So right away, my brain went into, you're going to kill my son? Like, I couldn't even think of anything else. So I'm like, okay, and he kept saying it, but he was saying it with like conviction, like, I'm going to kill you, and I'm going to kill your whole family. Well, brought him back to the station, and John went to go grab something. Now I had this guy alone, and I'm walking him back into the processing room. And there was this metal like filing cabinet there. And I don't know how it happened. The guy must have gotten away from me and he ran his head
Right.
into the corner of the filing cabinet.
Wild
That somebody would do that.
Yeah.
And he knocked himself out. He was laying on the floor, knocked out. His eyes were open. I never actually saw anybody like this. His eyes were wide open. He was out. And I'm like, wow. John comes walking back. He's like, what happened? I go, I don't know. The guy ran his head into the filing cabinet. He looked at me, and he's looking at him, and he's going, wow, he doesn't look so good. And I'm like, is he gone? He goes, I don't know. His eyes are wide open, and it doesn't look like he's breathing too good. So I'm like, holy shit, did this guy kill himself?
Yeah.
He goes and gets like smelling sauce. Now, cracks it open, starts whacking the guy. The guy comes around. Put the guy up. We put him on the bench, put the handcuff on him. And he's like, he's looking at me. And I just looked at him and I go, you got something to say? And he just looked at me and it was the funniest thing because then John kept saying this to me for years. He looked at me and he goes, you're a very bad man. And I'm like, oh, I'm a bad man. I go, you're going to kill my whole family, but now I'm a bad man. He goes, you're a very bad man. And I was like, and it was funny for like, to this day, John will look at me sometimes and go, you're a very bad man.
That's.
And I'm like, well, I don't know. You know, the guy ran to a filing cabinet.
I mean, why is that? Yeah, that's not your fault.
Doesn't make me a bad man.
No, he tripped.
Why? That I wasn't holding you tight enough?
Exactly. What did he want you to do?
And look, as far as getting bit, I've seen guys get bit, and
That probably hurts too.
oh, it hurts. But you know, people, it's amazing. A couple teeth fall out of it. I mean,
When you bite somebody, you probably lose it in the skin.
I guess sometimes you get bone,
Yeah.
and your teeth come out.
Weird how that
So
works.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, kudos to the ICE agents that are down there. God bless you guys, Rocco especially. And you know, now the state police is down there.
Oh, really?
State police finally went, and Newark PD, and I think Essex County might be there doing riot control, which is bad for the protesters.
Why?
Well, because there was a small contingency of ICE agents there.
Yeah.
Now you have troopers, and you have Newark PD, which is always a pretty bad combination for the rioting class, because the Newark riots, it was state police in Newark, and you have Essex County PD, and, you know, looking at the guys that are there, the guys and the women that are there, they don't look like they're really up for taking any shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're taking care of business and keeping things calm.
Well, that's great. I mean, doing their job. Was it a violent riot prior to this, or in general?
It was bad.
It was.
So it was bad for
Joe, did you pull it
days.
Which one you want?
Just in general, what
You
like
want the headlines?
Yeah, I want to hear a headline.
They're not that crazy.
What do they say?
Well, it depends where you're looking it up.
Well, of course.
One's just like they set up a protest zone outside of it. The other one is agitators outside Delaney Hall set up organized logistics operation before Newark.
Does it say why? What are they?
Hey, cruelty. There's a hunger strike inside.
What does it mean, hunger strike? They're not eating?
The ones inside. So I think what I heard was they're not providing meals that are religiously fit.
Oh, like haram and halal.
Yeah.
Oh, not haram. Sorry, halal is
Halal, yeah. So they're not eating.
the Muslims.
I believe so. But I could be.
Yeah, but
I just heard that passing by a TV or something, and that's all I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know then.
so
Want me to look it
the
up?
Yeah, please.
But
We can't
so-
give out misinformation.
but Tom Holman, the head of ICE,
Yeah.
he just said, he goes, I was just there. He goes, I went in. He goes, I sat down. He goes, I had spaghetti with sauce. I had beans. I had everything that they were eating.
Right.
He goes, it was fine. It was good. I sat and I ate with them, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, listen, you're being detained. You're not required to get a 5-star meal.
Sure.
It's just like, you know, when you're in prison, the food's not going to be that great.
Right.
When I was in I don't know, my prison, I guess, the State Police Academy, you know, the food was okay.
It was what it was.
The one time that we got to eat where the Air Force ate. Now, the Air Force eats good food.
Really?
Oh, my God. We had steak.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. But like what we were eating, what the poor Army guys get,
Right.
Yeah, it was, you know, it was edible.
It is what it is, yeah.
It was, you know, it was fine.
I wonder how long these people are being detained for.
Hold on. Let me get the real information. Hold on. I think I was spreading misinformation.
Okay, well, that's why we wanted to fact check. We're going to fact check Joe. We don't want anybody out there saying these guys are spreading false news.
Yeah, we don't want to.
We don't want that. I do. We have to show Uncle Steve that clip though, Joe.
Yeah. We should. That's. I wanted to bring that up. Okay, here we go. I told people don't like AI, so never mind. I didn't tell nobody nothing. But we're from unbiased news sources, so it's Claude.
Good.
The facility, Newark, is the largest ICE detention facility on the East Coast.
Okay.
With over 1,000 beds. It's owned and operated by a private prison company.
Okay.
Oh, so it's not a federal installation. I was wrong.
They have a $1 billion federal contract in early 2025 to reopen it as an immigration detention center.
Okay.
What sparked the protest?
Here we go.
Hundreds of detainees have been staging hunger strikes, alleging inhumane conditions, including inadequate medical care and inadequate food. One activist reported detainees were given rotten frozen food that have live worms in the food, with people also being denied toilet paper. Now, violence has broken out.
I would get violent if I didn't have toilet paper.
Listen, you got it. Yeah.
Well, no. Now this is the protesters outside. They're showing up with shields, trying to create barricades to prevent law enforcement from entering.
Yeah.
ICE agents were seen striking protesters with batons and dragging away those blocking the facility's driveway.
Why are they blocking the facility?
They're not letting the cars in and out, so they're not letting the ICE agents in and out, or anybody that work. They're torturing everybody that works there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
But the toilet paper thing is also crazy.
The toilet paper thing is crazy. I hope they're getting. If they're not getting toilet paper, let's send the truck.
I think we got to go back down and start
protesting
if they're not.
We'll send the truck.
Yeah.
If they're not
not
getting toilet paper,
6 hours, you don't wipe your ass. That thing's gonna itch.
No, we need to.
It's not gonna be.
Yeah, it's not good.
A couple of days, not good.
We got to get in toilet paper right now.
Well, here's the current status, because the rest of it is all like people's comments and things.
Yeah.
A curfew has been imposed around the facility following the days of clashes. The city of Newark also filed a lawsuit against the GEO group, which is the people that own the prison.
Okay.
In April 2025, alleging the facility opened without necessary permits and inspections. That case has been referred to mediation with a deadline of June 15.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. When I was a young trooper, there was a riot there because that place has been a place for people to be held that are going to be deported Delaney Hall
Right.
for a long time, and so it had to be late 90s. We were called down there, and what they did was there was a massive riot going on. Everybody in there, they were ripping the place apart, setting it on fire. It was nuts. So all the troopers that were working like overtime details, I was working an overtime detail all the way out in Western Jersey. And they go, guys, your detail's canceled. You're being, you're being sent down to. So we went down. We all met up. There was probably like 20 of us. Met the sergeant that was there that was running it. He was a close talker. That's what from 40 years ago. He was a close talker. He was freaking me out. But anyway, they sent us down there, and they basically said, get this under control, whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
And, kind of like letting the dog off the leash.
Whatever you got to do.
Oh, well. So we went down there, and back then, we didn't have the expandable batons that they have now. We had the PR-24, which had the handle, and it was made out of almost like a bowling ball.
Oh, my God.
I don't know why they got rid of it. It was great. It had like a point on the end, and it was almost like, you ever see the sticks they use in martial arts? So it was like that. So imagine that made out of like a bowling ball with a handle on it. with an end. So you could poke, you could flip it around, you could make people move where you need to move them, or you could strike them with it,
right?
Like we were trained to do in the State Police Academy,
if need be.
So you could also do arm bars with it. There's so much stuff that I don't know why they got rid of it. It was so great, but anyway, we went down there and we got there and we didn't know what to expect. It was nuts.
Oh, really?
They were throwing stuff around. They were set, and there was only a minimal amount of people there that were there at the facility, and it just got nuts.
And what were they rioting for?
Because they wanted to riot. Because they wanted to get out. They wanted to be free. They didn't want to get sent back to their country. They were here illegally.
Yeah.
And
wait, but no, the people inside, who was rioting on the outside?
No, they were rioting on the inside.
Oh, they all band together and said, let's
They went nuts.
Oh, you were policing from the inside.
We had to go inside.
Oh, so there wasn't anybody outside protesting?
No. And we went in and, within a few hours, it was us. Then I think Newark PD came and it was just...
Now, what do you do? Like, if they assaulted one of you guys, are you locking that person up? Like,
No.
what happens?
You're just taking care of it right there.
Nothing happens after the fact?
No. You're just taking care of it, and we basically hit them with overwhelming force to stop the problem. And that's what you see going on in a lot of these cities. They're sending in mass numbers of police officers, state police, federal.
Sure.
And enough to get it to the point where they're getting like I always said, you get the guy that's the mouthpiece and you take him away, you remove him. Usually the rest stop or somebody else steps up and you just keep getting rid of them. And the people that are out front getting violent, like the protests going on down there, there's people taking the barriers and throwing it at the police, setting it on fire. I mean, you can't have this. So, these men and women are down there trying to keep the peace, trying to keep an area from exploding, trying to give them places where they can protest, and they don't like it.
Right. They're not saying you can't protest. They're just trying to.
The people that are down there, and the governor saw it firsthand, she was down there for a day, and then the next day there was a girl on there saying, the governor should be back here. She shouldn't be away from this. She's got to take care of the whole state, man.
Right.
What do you want these people there. Why?
For what?
Just protest. Do what you have to do. Say what you have to say. You're in an echo chamber. The only people that are listening to you are the people that believe what you believe.
Yeah.
You're disillusioned. You're out of touch with what's going on. This is a civil country made up of laws, and you got to, you have to abide by the laws, and that's it. And
well said.
Yeah,
that was really good.
All right.
Wow, they really are going crazy here.
I told you.
Cheryl says it was necessary for police to tear gas protesters. Cheryl's the governor?
Yep.
And she's Democratic?
She's Democratic, but I mean, listen. And
should we read this statement from her?
You can.
Sure. This is from the Governor Cheryl. My top priority is keeping New Jerseyans and our community safe, and an increased ICE surge in the area outside Delaney Hall is a threat to public safety. We know that lives would be at risk were that to happen, and I will not accept that risk. That is why last night, New Jersey State Police Public Safety Response Team acted to secure the area outside of Delaney Hall. This was absolutely necessary to protect public safety and avoid escalation from ICE. As Americans, we have the right to protest, and we will continue to ensure New Jersey residents can peacefully exercise their First Amendment rights. Today and going forward, I urge everyone who is protesting to do it peacefully and in safe areas and work together to bring the temperature down. We need to focus on advocating for better conditions for the detainees, for their families, and for the closure of Delaney Hall. Oh, so that doesn't sound like she...
Well, you got to remember, so...
Wait, the first statement...
It's a little contradictory.
The headline was extremely contradicting to what she actually said.
I think she's saying we have to keep the peace, but she feels that it should be closed down.
Yeah. But now where would they go?
Well, for some reason, they are in the camp of, if you're here,
do it right,
illegal or not illegal, you should be given the same rights as or more than U.S. citizens.
Wait, so I've cut you off. Did you see this clip?
No. What is it?
So they're releasing immigrants from Delaney Hall. Everyone's cheering because they're releasing the immigrants.
Oh,
they're ICE workers.
Yeah.
And they're cheering because they think they're immigrants getting released.
Yeah. But they're
Wild.
Spanish or black guys that work for ICE.
Talk about being racist, huh?
Yeah, I mean, how more racist could that be?
I mean, that's wild to think they're immigrants just because they're, yeah. Anyway.
That's kind of painted with a broad brush.
I think the woman might have set her profile to private.
Oh, God, man. Yeah. All our fun for the day gone. All right, well, I guess we'll see.
Well, let's just recap it. She was berating the state police about, why are you in this uniform?
Basically, she was berating
them. You have no
badge. You didn't. Why?
I've never seen you in this.
Yeah,
sorry,
they did.
Sorry, John.
No, that's all right. Okay. They basically that they didn't have they wear the patches on their hats and they don't have
wear a badge on our hat.
Badge on your hat, and they don't have badge numbers.
I learned something.
Right.
It's a Class A hat, right?
Yeah. Why?
Class
Explain
A
that.
hat.
Explain that for us, please.
So, the uniform of the state police, we wear a badge on our hat. We don't wear a badge on our uniform. We don't have our badge number on our uniform. We have a name tag.
Right.
So all those troopers probably had name tags on, state police patch, state police Class B uniform, because that's your uniform that you would wear to a situation like that. It's more of a work uniform, you could call it. Like the pant, you could move better in it.
Okay.
You have a tactical vest. The shirt's lighter. The pants are lighter. But they're very movable, where the state police uniform, the Class A uniform, is a little restrictive, and it's more for your road troopers, and it's almost like the military. So when you think of the military, when they're in their dress uniform and they're at a ceremony or something like that, they're in their uniform with all their medals and everything else. And it's their dress uniform. So we wear our dress uniform out on the road in division headquarters. They wear their uniforms at the different Troop B stations. They wear a Class A uniform. But inside, you don't have your hat on. You don't have your badge number on.
Right.
You just have your name tag.
Yeah.
When you're in uniform as a trooper and you make a car stop, you put your hat on and it has your badge.
Sure.
But just did she have blue hair?
You could see her.
Okay.
Didn't sound like it.
Okay.
You want to hear some of their answers, though?
Give it to me.
One of them was like, we wear this. It's easier to clean.
That's what he said.
Okay.
Another one was...
That's true. It's washable. You don't have to dry clean it. So that's a good point.
Good point.
Fuck, I'm trying to remember.
He basically, the Class A, Class B, I remember him mentioning that. What else did they say?
I give him credit for even answering.
That's why I wanted to put you through the exercise. We got to find another one.
Well, they were barely trying to answer her.
Yeah.
Right.
But so Class A uniform has their badge number on it?
On your hat.
It does.
Yep.
What was your badge number?
4784.
And that's just your class number, right?
No, that's my badge that no one else will ever have.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're the 4700 trooper.
Yep.
Right. Okay. That's pretty cool.
Is that that's how it works for all the police and...
No.
All of it? Okay.
No. Some do it.
Okay.
Some do it. But like for us, they're coming close on, and I'm wondering what they're going to do when they get to 10,000. They're going to have to actually shrink the number down and make it
so
fit.
It fits. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Or maybe like a 10K thing.
Maybe a letter that denotes...
Yeah, maybe
like
that'd be pretty cool.
X,
Roman
but-
numerals.
Yeah.
No, we're not the Roman army. We're the state police.
Right.
No, it's going to be a number.
Different. Can't be Roman numerals, I guess.
You guys want me to go wild now?
No,
It's
no,
tradition. No, we're going to do... Yeah, we're not going to do Roman numerals.
No. You know what's funny? I drive on the highway now, and all I see is the signs that say "Keep roads safe." Sign up to be a state trooper.
Yeah,
I've never seen those.
well,
They must be making a push.
they're promoting it.
Yeah, they should be using our podcast. They should pay us to promote.
They really should.
I mean, listen, not for nothing. It's probably we are probably indirectly promoting and encouraging people to go sign up for.
Listen.
Become a state trooper.
I think if you have the desire to help people, keep people safe, and you want a great career, join the state police.
Yeah.
Or local, county. Listen, it's a very selfless career. And again, like we talked of before, like the things that you see on a daily basis, the things that you encounter on a daily basis, it's really something that, your family has to sacrifice. You have to make sacrifices, but you think it's a worthy cause because you're helping people. And people don't look at it like that, and that's the shame of it. But, oh, they're just out here writing tickets. Oh, they're just out here arresting people. Well, somebody going 120 miles an hour that's going to kill somebody or kill themselves,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's pretty bad.
I would say so.
Somebody drunk driving that could kill somebody. Somebody with drugs, guns, bomb-making material. I think that's kind of important to get taken care of, and that's what people don't understand. It's more than just, we're there to harass you. And I got to tell you, part of my shout out, Monmouth Beach, guy took care of me real good down there.
Where?
Monmouth Beach. I was down in Monmouth Beach. So that's Monmouth Beach is right above Long Branch.
No, I know, but what were you doing that you need to get taken care of?
No, I'm not going to talk about that.
Oh, okay. Oh.
No, it wasn't nothing that bad. But the guy was really good to me, really respectful, helped me out, brother to brother, which was nice to see. But, all those shore towns down there, they're getting, now 'tis the season. I don't know if people know that aren't from New Jersey, but this is when...
It's the pilgrimage.
Yes.
This
everybody
is the
just
best
goes.
time of the year.
Everybody just goes right there, and these guys that people go, "Oh, you got the best job in the world. You hang out at the beach and everything else." Well,
did you see the videos from last weekend?
Right.
Or 2 weekends ago? That was
when people,
wild.
all these people are rioting now, coming there. These guys are down. Guys and women are doing a fantastic job. Keeping that all safe. And think about it. People save up their whole life to get a shore house down the shore. And the only person taking care of that house while they're not there and preserving their property are these law enforcement guys, these volunteer firemen, these other people in EMS. When you're down there and, I'm going to jump off the roof of my house into my pool. And now now the firemen, the EMS, the police, everybody has to come.
Yeah.
They got to deal with people that, drinking, smoking, whatever, a little too much. And they're like, I'm just down party. It's like, well, okay, but, you can't climb the telephone pole.
Right. You're so dumb as a young kid. Like, you don't even, there's no concept
Yeah, but
of
it's
that.
like, it's the young kids and, then, I got to, I'm not going to say that the older people aren't.
They're still doing their thing too.
I mean, they're down there and it's like, you hear guys sometimes. You see an older guy and it's like, and they're arguing with a young cop. Oh, I have a son your age. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. You got a son my age. Fucking knock it off.
Yeah. Age doesn't exist down the shore. You got 50-year-olds that are still doing the same thing that 20-year-olds.
50-year-olds, 60-year-olds down there sometimes acting up,
Right, listen, get a couple of drinks in you.
Yeah, you get a couple of drinks in you and all of a sudden, but I got to tell you, look, I see the police come or I got to deal with the police and I'm like, okay. I'm like, I don't know. Whatever you say. That's my line. It's like, whatever you say, whatever you think I think you should leave. Okay. Maybe I should leave. And I'm leaving.
Isn't the concept of gold cards only New Jersey?
It's funny. There was just a thing. So in New York, they're making it a crime to present any kind of courtesy card to law enforcement.
No way.
They're trying to make it a crime. And yes, I don't know if it's a New Jersey thing, but a friend of mine has a friend in California, and his daughter was going to come to New Jersey and stay for a little bit. So he goes, "Oh, I'll get her a card." And this guy's law enforcement in California. And he goes, "What's that?"
Who said what's that?
The guy from California. He goes, "What do you mean? A card?"
Really?
"Oh, I'll get her a card, my name on it. You know, if she interacts with police, you know, speeding or something like that." He goes, "What do you mean? Like your business card?" He goes, "No, it's, you know, don't you guys have PBA cards, gold cards, stuff like that?" And he's like, "No, they don't have them."
Wow. Well, I mean, I thought PBA cards were a little more normalized, but then like the gold card is like a...
Yeah, the gold card, you know, you put an effort in to put somebody's name on a card, have it made, pay for it and everything else. It's just like the shields in the windows and stuff like that, which, listen, a lot of people are against it. I think they're, you know, as long as you know, like I've had them given to me where people don't even know the name that's on there. And it's like, this a friend of yours? You don't even know his name? Do you have his phone number? You know, whatever.
Yeah, can you call him?
It's weird. But yeah.
But you respect it.
You do. You do.
I've never had somebody disrespect gold card.
Well, listen, there are guys out there. I mean, we had them on the state police when I was on.
Do they still have them? They still give them out?
Yeah.
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 Gold card?
Yeah, my sister just got me one.
The real gold card.
You want me to go get it from the car?
No, well,
I drop it on the table. It goes,
All right,
ding,
good.
ding, ding.
I believe you.
I just used it too.
Are they being
With a
less
state trooper.
good?
But I wanted to ask him, hey, you ever heard of Steve Benedictus?
I'm sure he has.
He
You
ran
should've.
away from me, and then he just pulled over the next guy.
Oh, he was on a mission.
He there's no way he knew what the next guy did.
No.
He just was looking for.
He was ready.
I think he was having a bad day.
Well, no. Yeah. So there's, and that's the other thing that people don't realize. Like the state, well, and I can only speak of state police, but I know some local police, some county police do the same thing. So they'll take a certain number of guys, and they'll put them into. Well, ours was it was a tactical patrol unit. So tactical patrol unit was kind of specialized where I'm sure a lot of TPU guys are down at that riot right now.
Yeah.
But they came down and we had a different TPU with us in Irvington. But they'll go to an area that's a lot of fatal accidents,
Right.
a lot of speeding, a lot of whatever. And they'll just go out there and they let it rip.
I guess they have to. It's like stopping the bleeding.
Yeah, they'll like write 30, 40 tickets.
Oh, wow.
But again, most of the time, and it's just a fact, even with those guys, if you're a nice person, you're respectful, you know, you're not going to give them a hard time like, I wasn't speeding. You know you were going 90.
Yeah.
You had to. You felt your car going faster. The wind's blowing by you faster.
Right.
And you're passing every car that's driving.
Yeah.
In New Jersey, where the speed limit's like, 55. I don't know, 75, 80, right?
They kind of let you go.
And you're flying past everybody. Well, guess what? Yeah, you're going too fast.
Yeah.
And, you know, but if you just, you know, like I always said, if you just like, yeah, I know I was speeding. I'm just in a hurry to go wherever. I don't know, 9 out of 10 times, trooper's going to be like, all right, man, I'll tell you what, I'm going to, you know, I'll knock the speed down or whatever and whatever. And that's it. Just go on your way. I mean, you know, be nice, be respectful. You might get a seatbelt ticket or something.
Unless it's the pretty girl. Then she's getting dinged for everything.
Pretty girl, you're going to get a ticket. You know?
That might be an only you rule, though. I got to be honest. I'm sure there's plenty of troopers out there that are saying the opposite.
The pretty girl that got away with everything her whole life, and she thinks she's getting away with this.
Nope, the fake tears are not working on you.
Fake tears. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear you got to go to the bathroom, any of that.
That's a tough one because, you've dealt with.
As I dealt with, yes. But I don't care. But now I really don't care.
Right. Yeah. I wonder if the gold cards are becoming less valued.
No, I think they're still valued.
They're still respected.
Yeah, I think they still are.
Maybe you could give us a full, because I don't know. My sister just gave it to me. you give a full breakdown of what that thing can do and what it cannot do and what
Well,
it means to another officer.
Okay, so all it does is it shows that you're a relative, very close friend of another police officer. So that validates that you know somebody within the brotherhood. And again, keyboard cowboys are going to get on there and go nuts now, but you know what I think about you.
Right.
And it just shows a little courtesy, but it's probably going to be followed up with, you should know better. You know, you have this card. You should know better than to do that. And giving the card to somebody should be given with your license, your registration, your insurance, and the gold card. To hand somebody just the card and go, I know, you're starting the interaction off wrong right there. Again, respectful, courteous, apologetic. That goes a long way. And, you know, a little bit of humility because, you know, I don't think you got to kiss anybody's ass, but you got to admit you did something wrong. You know, the guy that hands you a gold card and goes, yeah, what are you stopping me for? You're like, oh, wow, we're going right for this. And, you know, I mean, I've had it and I've, you know.
You ever have somebody where you've called the number and they're like, I don't even know who that guy is?
No.
So it's always pretty.
I've never had that. And it's funny. Sometimes you're, like Joe just said, you're in that mode where you're like, I got to get some work done today. I don't even want to deal with this guy. Okay, you got a gold card? Okay, see you later.
Yeah, that's what they did to
But
me.
then there's sometimes when you just get a feeling and you're like, I don't know.
This guy should be off the road.
You look at it, you go back, you call a number, and they're like, oh, what do you do now? And I'm like, okay. I'm like, no problem, bro. You know. All right, sir, maybe, you know, you want to calm it down. Oh, you called my friend. You know, it's like, wow, you're really like pushing me now.
Yeah.
You know, it's getting to the point where I'm going to call your friend back and be like, hey, your buddy, you know, I wrapped him up into a pretzel. He's on the side of the road. You know, maybe you want to come get him, you know, and untie him.
Right.
But, you know, I mean, if you have the gold card or if, you know, it's a brotherhood, so we're allowed to give courtesy, you know, just like if a dentist goes to another dentist.
If you own the restaurant and I'm
if you go to a restaurant,
you know what I mean? Like I'm probably getting special treatment. Now, is it a written rule that you have to then buy the state trooper a bottle of scotch if you use the gold card?
That is a Uncle Steve rule.
Okay, so that's not for every trooper.
No, but it should be.
I think it should be. I mean, you're probably up to about 15 bottles of scotch in my lifetime. So
I should have a room full right now.
You should have a scotch room.
Yeah, there are some people that don't abide by that rule, which, you know, I'm going to come and collect.
Right. That's fair, honestly.
You know, I think I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, I don't think so. I have one time pulled over to the left, and the guy said, I think your Uncle Steve would kill you if you ever pull over to the left side ever again.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, I'll never do that again.
That's true.
Yeah, so at least he gave me the
left side is no bueno.
The warning, but then he told me, like you said, you should know better.
Right.
Don't be pulling over to the left side.
Yeah, and I mean, if it's at night, illuminate the car. You know, put the lights on, put your hands up. You know, I mean, the guy's on edge as it is. I mean, it's nighttime, and especially if, you know, the trooper, the officer, whoever's coming up to your car, they're on edge. They're walking up to a car. They don't know who it is.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you have the, you know, crazy tinted windows, put them down.
Right.
You know, put them down, put your hands up, make sure everybody's hands are up. And the worst thing that happens in those situations, it's not the driver. You have a passenger that starts giving you shit. And you're like, hey, man, you better shut them up or this is just going to get bad. Because you got a passenger that's flapping their gums. Yeah, what'd you stop us for? What'd you do this for? And then you're praying that the passenger doesn't have their seatbelt on. You're like, oh, wow, look. You're not going to get a ticket, sir. You give me your license and give me your license and you go write them a seatbelt ticket.
That's awesome.
Yeah, how's that feel now?
That's amazing.
Maybe just keep your mouth shut next time.
Right.
You sit in the car, shut up.
At that point, there's no reason for you to even say a lick. There's nothing you could even say.
No, just it's such nonsense, and people don't get it. Like, but people just want to argue.
You ever do a pulling over? Like, now, what do you do if you pull over another trooper or somebody like that that really is doing something pretty crazy?
Well, I mean, I've had it.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, and but it's still,
That's tough.
it's a brother, it's a sister. What are you gonna do? You know, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna write another cop a ticket.
No.
You know?
Never, have you ever?
No.
Good.
No. Never.
I mean, wait. Let's say it within reason. Within reason. The guy's bomb driving down the road.
All right, maybe
Bomb, like
maybe
bomb.
maybe a dead body in the back of the car. You know, maybe that's a little suspect, but maybe I don't see it in the back seat. I don't know. I mean, no, there's no reason to. And I've had cops, I've had troopers, like, give me shit, and I'm like, dude, what do you give me shit for? You were going 90.
Oh, like when you pull them over.
Yeah, I'm pulling them over, and they're, and I've also had the other end where I've gotten pulled over, and I've gotten shit. Really? You should know better. What the fuck are you doing? Give me a lecture, and that. That kind of hurts me, to be honest, because of just the person I was. That
right.
I would never, like, I'm coming up to your car, you're telling, you're showing me a badge or whatever, and I'm like, well, okay. The only time that it kind of, and this was funny, I don't think I ever talked about this either. I pulled over a guy one time, and it was like, I was the early car, so I was out at like 5 a.m. And I was out by myself, but this guy was flying. And you're really not supposed to stop cars when you're out there and nobody else is out there. And there's the transition of the.
Really?
What time is it?
5.
Shut up. I know what you're doing. But now, what they do now is they send more guys out early. It used to be like 1 or 2 guys would go out for the whole area.
Now, what are you supposed to do? Let him go?
Not let them go, but kind of, pull up next to them, slow them down, whatever. You can always stop them, but it's not, now you stop somebody.
Now you're alone.
And no, it's not only that you're alone, it's suppose you need somebody else.
Right. Yeah.
Now somebody's got to come from the local town, or whatever. And next thing you know, suppose you stop somebody, and now they have a gun, they have drugs, they have whatever, and you got to arrest them. And it's not that troopers aren't trained to do that. As a supervisor, you're like, hey, you're going out, you're the early car, just take it easy. If you need something, we'll get something to you. But so I stopped this guy, and he looks at me and he goes, yeah, I'm on the job. And that's always like the thing with us, that's like our jargon, right? I'm on the job. So I'm like, oh, yeah. I go, where do you work? He goes, city. I go, okay. There's a few cities around. I go, which one? He goes, New York. I go, oh, okay. I go, do you have any ID? He flips open his wallet and closes it real quick. I go, hey, can I see that? He goes, why? I go, I just told you I was on the job. I'm like, I go, okay. I go, listen, this is going to get ugly in a second. I go, open that back up and let me see it. He was the sanitation commissioner in one of the boroughs. And I was like, he goes, well, I said I was on. Now he got all quiet and he goes, well, I said I was on the job. I'm on the job. And I go, yeah, but you kind of said it like you were a police officer. Went back, wrote him a ticket. I go, don't do that again. I go, you know what you're doing? He goes, yeah. He goes, I'm sorry. I go, it probably would have been better if you just said, hey, I worked all night. I'm on my way home and I'm in a hurry. There was really nobody on the road. I probably would have let you go.
Right.
But to pull that bullshit.
That's a wild card to pull.
That's a wild card to pull. But, I mean, the whole thing is like if I see, so for me, it was different. If you were a paramedic, you were a fireman,
Right.
if you were a doctor, a nurse, anybody in the emergency services, I always cut a break to.
Yeah, of course.
Always.
Now, the sanitation commission, was he an Italian man?
You know what? I don't remember. He might have been.
That could have played a part.
Let's just make him Italian.
I mean, come on.
It's better for the
For the
story.
story, he's got to be Italian.
Yeah, of course. He was
right,
Italian.
because he was in sanitation, sure. In New York City, in one of the boroughs. What year was this?
How does that happen?
I don't know.
It was probably mid-90s.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah.
He could have,
Yeah, he could have definitely been.
He could have. I'm watching on Netflix the Five Families. Just the new one. Have you seen it?
No.
I think it's the best representation of like explaining everything start to finish. So the reason why they started in Italy, the reason why they started here, the reason why they flourished here, the reason why they were able to literally take over and control everything, and then like their downfall with they were getting involved with like the Italian heritage groups, and then they were getting involved with drugs, which they said they never did, but now they're getting heroin from overseas, and now they're becoming like public figures. Like Colombo was on the news. So like the whole thing was like, omerta, you don't talk about what's going on.
You don't talk about it.
And now all these guys are going out there and talking about it, and they're ratting on one another. And that seemed to have been like the demise. And then Giuliani came in and really cleaned everything up.
Listen,
which is nuts too.
The old way, it was the guy that lived in a 2 or 3 family house in Newark, drove a Buick, and all of a sudden, he would walk into a grocery store and people were like, oh, hello, and giving him stuff.
Yeah.
Just because he was who he was.
Yeah.
And then it became, I don't know, putting suits on and then going out and telling people, yeah, I'm with this guy.
Well, listen, it's like one of those things where like, I get it. I understand like okay, let's keep a secret. But then I would have to assume the younger generation's like, what's the point? We're doing all this crazy cool stuff. We're making all this money and nobody even knows, but we have to keep our lives a secret. And then you get a taste of it. And then you see your boss doing it and he's on TV and you're like, well, I want to, what that guy has.
Right.
You love it. You got to watch it. It's a couple hours an episode.
Oh, and speaking about Italian-American societies.
Oh, my God, we forgot.
That's right.
Go ahead, congratulations.
Amerigo Vespucci Society. I became a member.
Wow.
I was inducted in. Very proud.
Explain what that actually is.
So it was started in the late 1800s by 7 guys. And it was started to the reason they started it was to take care of orphans.
Wow.
Single moms where the father died. Italian families that needed some help. Helping Italians, get jobs, come into, and I have to tell you, to this day, the society does pretty much the same as the roots of the society did, helps out, young Italians, Americans trying to get into different fields. And does a lot of charitable work.
Really?
And the Amerigo Vespucci Society is the oldest running Italian-American organization in the country.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now what are you doing? Have you done any charitable acts yet?
No, I just got in.
Oh, you just got in.
I just got in.
When they say to you, here's your orphan child, you have to take him in now. What do you do?
Oh, well, if I have to help out a kid, I will.
You'll house a young Italian boy.
Of course I will.
It'd be kind of fun for you. Listen, your third time around. You're probably pretty good at this point.
Oh, my God. I'd be so good at it.
I think you'd be better now.
Oh, my God.
You'd be way more calm.
Great.
You're way more calm now than I remember.
So calm. But, listen, women in need, women, single moms and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
It's, it's a whole thing. Or like a guy that's just trying to get ahead in life and he can't catch a break. Well, if you could provide a break for him or an avenue for him to be productive as Italian Americans, I'm a little biased, but, we built this country.
The Irish would say the same thing.
Well, no, we did.
All those skyscrapers in New York City.
That's right.
Right.
They were all Italians. No offense to anybody else, but I'm a little partial.
That's all right. It's okay.
But yeah, it's a great society, and how
does it work now? Like, what are your first orders of business?
Yeah, I just got in.
Oh, you still don't know?
No. I know they're very active with the church that's in Long Branch.
Which
and
one?
I don't know the name. It's right down the street from the building. But as far as charitable work, they do a lot. And as far as mentoring, like I said, mentoring people, and they're known like throughout the world.
I've definitely heard of it. Yeah.
And they're in touch with and in communications with, and they do work with other Italian American, societies, which is fantastic.
I'd love to hear, again, talking about like the documentary, like their interactions with, right? Because they're kind of like battling against that reputation of like the mafia, and that's how all Italians are. And that was, again, in the documentary, what they were saying is you had one side that was like, yeah, we're in the mob, we think we're cool. And then the whole other side, the majority of Italians that were in this country, to be like, we aren't that, and we have to make sure that everybody knows that. Like, not every Italian is in the mob. So I'm sure this organization had to deal with that too.
No, but it's funny. I made this comment to one of the guys there. I go, we're the last ethnic group in America that it's okay to pick on. Like, it's okay to say to an Italian, like I had to hear it like daily. Oh, your Uncle John just got indicted again. John Gotti. I'm like, oh, wow. Oh, that's my uncle, I guess,
Yeah.
Or anytime like some gangsters were locked up in Newark. Hey, do you know these guys? Oh, because I'm Italian, I should know those guys. The funny thing was, I was like, oh, wow, I do know 3 of them. But, and it's just, and like, that's the other thing. Okay, so you live in an area where it's prevalent, and maybe some of your friends, their families were involved. Maybe some of your family members were involved.
Right.
That doesn't mean you're involved.
Of course not.
So I don't like the stigma. But if you, now that you're watching that documentary, if you understand how it all came about, you could almost understand the reasoning why it happened. But you look at any ethnic group that has a gang, an organization that's criminal, most of the time that was because of that ethnic group at that time was being held down, held back, and they really had nowhere else to go, nowhere else to provide except going into that.
You had these like vigilantes that were like protecting. That's why the whole Sicily, that's why they're so different. Like the Sicilian mobsters over there. And then I forget what they called them, where they would bring the Sicilian guys that really weren't known over here to do a bunch of the hits and the dirty work because you couldn't really trace them back.
Right.
Oh, I forget what they called. They called them something. And they didn't give a fuck.
Scary.
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
that's what I call them.
Exactly. Oh, you'll like this. Oh, that's great. That's what we got to do? We got to get one of those guys on the show.
Yes.
That'd be fun to hear more about the origins, and I'm sure they got some cool stories. And
what happened to Bone Soup?
Oh yeah, where's Bone Soup at?
I called them today.
Really?
Yeah.
You got to keep poking him.
Well, I'm gonna keep poking him. We'll get him on.
We'll go to him.
I'll go to him.
Yeah. We'll
I'll pay for it.
We'll get him on.
All right. Hey, Joe said it.
Never mind.
Joe said it.
We'll have to take the show on the road. We might have to take the show on the road a couple of different places.
Well, we'll have to. Yeah, maybe we'll do it like in a couple days, so we make a weekend trip out of it or something. There's we do have to maybe touch base with some of the other previous guests, like James Hunt we had on.
Yeah,
that was a great.
Yeah, that was great.
Great episode that I didn't even expect, because that was like the birth of my curiosity into the entire web of, I guess you'd call it, law enforcement, like differences between DA,
federal,
police,
state,
like
local,
I didn't know,
county,
and still don't even know how it works. Like, it's still very interesting to me.
It's when the machine is working right. And I call it a machine because when the federal government is communicating with states communicating with local, or the federal government's communicating directly with local law enforcement, you're not getting away with anything.
But
You're gonna get caught, and it's almost like when, and I always say this, like anytime you hear, there was a police officer was shot and killed, and the guy's still on the loose. He's usually caught in a day or two.
Yeah.
Because it's all hands on deck.
Sure.
And now you're done. And even before the days of facial recognition and all this other stuff, you were done.
Yeah.
These guys, these investigators, these guys, these detectives, these special agents, they get a whiff of your trail, you're never getting away. Yeah. And it doesn't matter where you go, they're going to get you. Mm-hmm. And that's it. So be careful out there.
Careful out there, guys. Be careful. Well, that was great.
Yeah.
And we'll probably have you back on. I'm sure people are going to be begging for you after this. And we'll figure out something else to talk about.
Sounds great.
Can you ask him a question for me first?
Go ahead, Joe.
Can you ask for me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because that might be a great clip.
Please, ask your question.
How much can I speed safely over the limit?
How much over the limit can somebody speed for you to cut up a break?
Well,
or that 100% you're getting a ticket.
Well, let's think about it this way, right? If the speed limit's 65, I think most guys will give you a 5-6 mile an hour grace.
That's not a lot.
That you don't know that you're going that fast. And then, but you got to remember something, and this is what I laugh about when people go, well, would you stop me? I was only going 70. Oh, you're speeding.
Yeah.
I was pulled over in Spring Lake. It was a 25. I was going 32. Now, it's hard to go 25.
That's slow.
But yeah, she pulled me over and she was like, yeah, you were speeding. I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, I was.
That's crazy.
But I was.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? And, it's funny, like, so people will sit there and say, yeah, I saw a trooper on the side of the road and, I went by him at 85. He didn't even move. Right?
Yeah.
Well, he might have been doing a report. He might have just been whatever. Or maybe his barometer, right, is 90. I don't know. My thing was I used to like to pace people. So I wasn't sitting there. I'm just floating around behind you, a few cars back or right behind you, and you don't even know. You're driving thinking you're going to get away with everything. And I'm like, wow, look at this guy.
Yeah.
Wow, we're going 95 now.
He has no clue.
And then you light him up and he's like, oh, I didn't even see you. I go, yeah, that's the trick.
Now you do.
No blank. And people will be like, oh, I saw you switch lanes with no blinkers. Well, if I'm pacing somebody, I'm not using my blinkers because I don't want them to see my car.
Yeah.
I'm kind of being sneaky. So, But yeah, I had a guy one time. This was funny. I was on 280 and oh my God. I was on 280 and I'm in the left lane. I'm doing my thing. Now, I'm going to patrol fast because I have like 60, 70 miles of road that I have to cover.
Right.
I got to make sure nobody's broken down. I have different areas I have to. So I'm going to be going fast. I remember I'm driving down and I was probably going 80, 85. I see this guy right on me in a convertible Mustang driving like a couple of car lengths behind me. I'm like, this has to be somebody I know messing around with me. I'm driving. I go up to 90, 95. I go up to 100. This guy's still on me. Now I start changing lanes. He's changing lanes with me, going around. We're passing people on the left. I'm like,
what?
I'm like, this can't be happening. This has to be somebody I know just messing around with me. Pull the guy over.
How do you pull a guy over in reverse? Just put the lights on and slow down.
So no, I went way over to the right and I jammed on my brake. I kind of pulled a Maverick.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Hit the brakes and it'll go right behind me, shoot the MiG, whatever it was. Yeah, that's what I did. So I go around, this guy shoots by me. I'm like, oh, okay. Pull behind him, put my lights on, pull him over. Go up to the car and I go, can I see your license and registration? He goes, sure, trooper. No problem. Takes out his license and registration. He goes, can I ask why you're pulling me over? I go, wow. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe this guy's nuts. I go, okay. I go, good question. I go, you were driving right behind me. And I went up to 100 miles an hour and I passed people on the left. And he goes, oh, yeah. Yeah. He goes, well, I figured if you could do it, it's okay for me to do it. And I went, oh, wow. I go, okay. I go, is that really your final answer? He goes, yeah. I go, okay then. I went back to my car, wrote him like 5 tickets, giving them back to him. And he's like, yeah, he goes, I'm going to have to go to court on this because I go, and I told him, I go, please do. I would love to testify in court about this. I go, I'm actually going to have like an audience there while I testify. I go, please go. You should go to court and fight this. You should say exactly what you just said to me. Well, this guy goes, stop. West Orange Court, which there was a great judge in West Orange at the time, younger guy. The judge sat there and the judge went, is that your argument? He goes, well, yeah, the truth. And he looks over at me and the prosecutor, and I go, Your Honor, can I speak?
Oh, God.
He goes, absolutely, trooper. I go, well, I was on my daily patrol. I was probably going around 80 miles an hour because I have 70 miles of road I have to cover, and we're exempt from the traffic law as far as speeding and other things in the performance of our duties. I noticed this car tailgating me. That was the first offense, and I wanted to see exactly, maybe he was making a mistake. Maybe he came up on me fast. Sure. I was actually giving him grace to stop doing what he was doing. And he persisted to tailgate me. And then I couldn't believe the speed that I was able to take him up to where he would tailgate me. He goes, oh, okay, trooper. He looked at this guy and he goes, sir, you're guilty. And if I ever see you here again, I'm going to take your license and put you in jail.
Oh, my God. Yeah. How many tickets does he end up with? 5?
Oh, he got 5 tickets.
There's thousands of dollars.
Had to be.
Do you think he was baffled? Like, do you think he thought he was going to win?
I think he, listen, and again, I'm all about taking a shot. I think he just took a shot that was going to work. And I was like, wow.
What if like a citizen's arrest? Is that a thing?
No, but okay. So if you're on the road,
yes,
and somebody was tailgating you,
sure,
and you were able to pull over, get their license plate, you could actually go to the police department and issue a ticket, and you would go to court,
and they had to fight against this.
And then
individual.
you say, hey, this guy was tailgating me, he was doing this, he was doing that,
right. And
today with today's technology, where you have those cameras in your car, mm-hmm. you could basically almost, do what we do. Look, this guy was behind me. He wouldn't stop tailgating me. I was doing this. I was doing that. That's why I guess people need to be careful because, yeah, you could do that.
Didn't my dad do something like that? He was on a high-speed chase. Oh. And the guy's like, hey.
My God. Yes.
And the guy's like, you can fall off now. And he's like, I'm in it now. I can't stop.
Your father called somebody. He called the police. He called, I don't know, state police, local police. I remember the story. Wow, I remember the story now.
We may have to save this for when he gets on. Because there was another story about another thing I'll tell you off camera that we will bookmark that. Make sure you remember, because I want to hear Uncle Steve tell the story when my dad's here.
Well, I'll give you another one about your dad. So I stopped this guy one time, and the guy was a total asshole.
Yeah.
Total asshole. He was an attorney. And I noticed he had like some stuff in his car from the same golf club that your dad belongs to.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I asked him, I go, hey, are you a member at? And he goes, yeah. I go, oh, okay. So I go back and I call your dad and I go, hey, I go, I got this guy pulled over. He's a member at your club. He goes, oh, what's his name? I tell your father his name. He's like, your father rarely has something bad to say about somebody. That's why I know when he said, fuck that guy, he's the biggest fucking asshole in the world. I was like, okay. I go, duly noted. I hung up, wrote the guy 5 tickets, went back. He goes, didn't you hear me tell you I was an attorney? You know I'm going to be in court. I go, like some guys didn't like to testify. I did.
Yeah.
Like, give me an audience.
Play.
Oh my God. Really? Like, we're going to do this?
Right.
Especially when I know I'm in the right.
You're writing somebody a ticket for doing something wrong. Where are you in the wrong?
It was like so, like, I would see guys and be like, yeah, I'm not going to court. I'm just going to call the pro. And I'm like, why? Yeah. You said the guy was an asshole. I go there and take care of it.
Let it rip.
Let it rip.
Your job.
You know, I mean, listen, some guys were comfortable doing it. We were all trained to do it. Some guys were much better at it than others. I mean, there were guys that they would be like testifying in a trial. Like I would go.
Just to
hear them.
That's pretty fun.
Because they were that, I mean, we had guys, and then, you know, while you're there, sometimes you're just in court, you're waiting for your case to come up. And like some of the local cops or county cops will get up there and I'm like, oh my God, this guy's fantastic.
You're taking notes.
But you just, and the more you go and the more you listen, you learn.
Yeah, of course.
How to testify, what to say, what not to say, how to say it, how to look while you're sitting there, and you just learned. And that's what I'd like to see. You know, the younger guys do a little more, just like get more into it, and don't let people think that it's just going to be like a slam dunk. The prosecutor's going to take care of it. Right. And sometimes, listen, you're so busy that you can't. You just, it's impossible. Right. But nobody's getting away with anything.
No.
If a trooper calls up and goes, yeah, I'm not, I don't want it downgraded. You know, you can maybe downgrade 1 ticket or 2 tickets, but the other ones are staying. And the guy goes, no. Well, guess what?
They're going.
They're going in and it's on.
That's so funny.
So.
Oh, that's great. All right. I can't wait to save that story for next time. That's it for today, everybody. Like, subscribe, and share. Peace.